what are the kinds of licenses, visas, did you need to start your own? What was the process like?
2 years, I was on a critical skill employment visa, which was all been taken care of by Jabil, my employer then. When you first land in Ireland on a critical skills work visa, you need an employer to sponsor your visa. For 2 years, you can't change your employment. That means that specifically, this employer has got you for your talents, skill sets, and educational and qualifications. After 2 years, you are free. You get an immigration stamp of stamp 4, which after 2 years, 21 months of your payslip, you're allowed to apply for a permanent residency. 2 years later, once you have stamp 4, the other licenses which you require is you have to go back to your institute and say that this is how I plan to do. For doing any amount of bookkeeping work or management consultancy work or any kind of ERP consulting work, you do not, or advisory does not need a practicing certificate. But if you want to do a proper tax practice, you would either go for a CTA qualification, which is a Chartered Tax Advisor Ireland by the Tax Institute. You go to CPA Ireland, of course, because that's the way we have the MRA. And then you show your experience in the number of years in practice and you apply for a practicing cert. And then the most important thing, you need to be insured in this country in order to work on people's money and balance sheet. If you're trying to advise anybody in terms of financial matters, and if the other person suffers a loss, you get sued for it. And in order to indemnify yourself, you need to have an insurance policy. And on a yearly basis, the insurance cost has gone high. People are not pursuing into practice. And this is one of the reason and a drawback that, we've been spending about more than 14,000 in terms of our insurance yearly. Depending upon at what level and how many years of practice experience you have, and how well you have been or what your qualifications are,